Talking Keystone College baseball here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire Service. R.J. Gouldsbury is with us, a freshman out of Mid-Valley. R.J., let's talk about your early experience here with the Keystone College Giants. You guys have played a lot of games. You still got a ton of games that are backlogged, but what's the experience been with Coach Shevchik?
It's been great. You know, we have a great coaching staff. We work hard. We had a good fall, and they really prepare you for what you're getting into. It's a long season, and I feel like we're really prepared. They show you really what to do, and it's been a change for me, a good change though.
Let's talk a little bit about position-wise. Where are you playing this year?
I'm playing over at first base. First time thing for me. I mean, mostly through high school, I caught and pitched, but I mean, it's a little bit of a change, but I'm adapting. Getting a lot of help from a couple experienced guys like Ron Medina and Sebastian De La Cruz, but they're helping me out and leading me through it.
How about the talent level you've seen at Keystone? A lot of guys that can play the game.
Yeah, it's definitely a change. I mean, going to a school like that, knowing that it's pretty much a Division III powerhouse, it's really different from what you see in like these local areas. Some of the players you face, it's really amazing to see what some guys can do after seeing the level of play you have in high school throughout the years.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Coach Shevchik and his style and the coaching staff there. Talk about how he gets after it, how he gets into your head and make sure you're doing all the right things.
You know, you never know what you're going to expect with our coaching staff, and I mean, it keeps people on their toes. It's a good thing. Always mixing up the lineups, always giving people chances. It's really good. I mean, every day you walk into the ballpark, you never know what you're going to expect from them, and I mean, it works out, and I don't think they're going to change it now after the success that they've had in recent years.
As far as being close to home, you have that luxury at the same time. You know, you're out at Keystone. Talk a little bit about, for you, what the experience has been like. And, you know, everybody goes away to college, and some people say, hey, I want to be close to home, I want to be far away. But a lot of times it's the right fit. So for you, the decision to be a Keystone College Giant.
I mean, I was always looking into going into baseball after college. I mean, that was mainly what I based my decision on. You look at a school like Keystone, look at their athletic programs for baseball, it's hard to turn down. I mean, and being close to home, I mean, I'm a family person. I like to be close to home, and it was the perfect fit for me.
All right, RJ, we'll go get them, and hope you guys will reel off some wins here in a row.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Adam Kelly with us from the Keystone College Giants here in the John Mendola Show. Adam, let's talk about first where you played high school ball and what that experience was like, and coming over to Keystone.
I played high school at Honesdale, not too far from here. It was a good experience. You know, we didn't have the best years, but playing baseball, so I went up to Albany my first semester and came back down to Keystone. Best decision I've made.
We'll talk about Coach Shevchik and the staff there at Keystone, and obviously, you know, he coaches all summer. He's had a lot of success with the program, so he knows the game of baseball, but he kind of knows his people and putting them in the right places.
There's not many guys like Coach Shev out there. Shev pretty much knows everything about the game, everything that is to be known about the game, and his knowledge of baseball is tremendous. And every day I just pick up something new, you know, just little things, and it's unbelievable the amount of things. You come to college baseball, you think you know a lot about the game, but you don't until you meet a guy like that.
Not only does he know a lot about the game, but he knows a lot of people in the game, the networking opportunities with Coach Shevchik.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with Coach Shev, you're in the right hands. You know, there's no one better. You know, compared to the best in the country with Coach Shev, so you're in good hands with Coach Shev.
Let's talk about playing the outfield. Who are some of the guys around you and your role in that outfield?
Well, I'm settling into left field this year. Made the transition from center last year, but we had a four-year guy who's been at Keystone for 4 years, which Keystone runs a lot of transfers, so it's, you know, rare to see a guy there for 4 years. Austin Chasar, he's really taken me under his wing and helped me out. You know, showed me the ropes last year, and now he's just kind of my mentor. I go to him whenever I need help. I'm not hitting well, I'll ask him. You know, he's a good guy to have around.
As far as the experience with these guys, road trips, home games, all that stuff, talk about the fun you have getting to know some of these guys from Texas or the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico, wherever they're from.
Oh, it's awesome, actually. You never think you'd meet these guys, and you're on the same team as them. You pick up so many of their cliques, and we're all one big team too. It's not like we're not divided. We're good, and then you have people from the area that you just played against in high school, and you knew them, and maybe you didn't like them because you were playing against them, and then you come back and they turn to your best friend because you're with them all year long. And road trips with these guys is tremendous, and I think our good chemistry is what's. In the beginning, it took a while to build because we were all new, and I think now that's why we are really picking it up and beating some teams pretty well because of our chemistry.
Growing up in Honesdale, probably similar to Keystone, maybe some fishing or hunting or sports or academic. I mean, you get a little bit of everything, so not a major adjustment for you life-wise, right?
Right, no, small town, small town kid, moved to a small town school, so, but hey, that's the lifestyle I like, so.
All right, Adam, we'll go get him, and appreciate you telling us your story.
Thank you.
Nick Carlini is with us here on the John Mendola Show from Keystone College. We're talking Giants baseball. It's your sophomore year. You're not too far away over at Abington Heights. So talk about what you liked about Keystone and say, hey, this looks like the right place for me.
It's right down the road from my house. I only live about 12 minutes away, so it was easy to be close to home, close to the parents. Get food from my mom and dad all the time. Makes it a little easier, and I kind of like the area around here, so it's not too bad.
Let's talk about the positions you play, third base or second base, wherever coach needs you.
Yeah, learning second base again this year. I played there when I was little league probably, and throughout high school. But third base too, I transitioned there last year, so kind of just getting my reps in everywhere.
Let's talk about the team overall, trying to get a rhythm. It's been so challenging with the weather, but nonetheless, you guys are called upon to play. You got to go out and go after it, and you carry a big roster, so the best guys are going to play, and coach will shake up the lineup a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. The weather's really tough. It's really been tough. It's April 17th, and it was snowing today, so it's definitely tough. But at the end of the day, you just got to show up and be ready to play because the other team's going through the same thing.
Talk about you have a younger brother, Michael. What he's up to?
He's hanging out there at Abington, narrowing down college choices. Might go to Temple. Not too sure yet, but I'm excited for him.
And let's talk about your dad as a role model and different things he's instilled in you.
I think the hardworking aspect that I have, he definitely instilled in me, and whether I admit it or not, I've always looked up to him. And I think that's the reason why I work so hard, just because I see him go through being a contractor every single day, and I admire that a lot.
As far as your major, you're doing well with a 3.7 GPA. What do you hope to do in the future?
I'm a business major, so I'm not really too sure what I want to do yet. Maybe sell pharmaceutical drugs and be a salesman for that. Excuse me. But I'm kind of looking forward to what my future has too.
As far as being dedicated there at Keystone in the classroom, everybody's got their thing to do, and you have your strengths as a student. Talk a little bit about your strengths you feel like you add to the team, whether it's going out there and doing what you're supposed to do every day, trying to help be a leader, trying to help some of these younger players adapt to college.
I think going back to being hardworking, I think that kind of sets a tone for some of the younger guys. I try to take as many people under my wing as I can, and we definitely have promising underclassmen players, so I'm really looking forward to see what they can do too.
All right, Nick, appreciate it. We wish you the best.
All right, thank you.
Adam Chazar joining us from Keystone College as we talk about the baseball program. And Adam, let's first talk about where you call home.
I call home Boynton, New Jersey. Grew up there since I was young. Moved in, and I still live there for 17 years. It's a really great place to be, and had a lot of fun memories there.
You're a senior, so take us through your experience here with the Giants.
I've been with the Keystone Giants since I was a freshman, so coming up in this program really changed my aspect in baseball. I really didn't have a real coach growing up until like summer ball. Now coming into the college level, it really big experience. A lot of changes, learn a lot of new things, and I had a great time here at my time at Keystone.
Probably able to grow that beard at Keystone. That's a real beard.
Yeah, it grows in pretty quickly too.
Let's talk about the culture part of Keystone College and getting to know guys from all over the country.
It's pretty simple. I mean, Keystone's a very small school. We recruit from all around, even community college from New York, Maryland, and sometimes even North and South Carolina. But meeting new players is always nice. We always have some out of the country people, not familiar with the language, but we stay with them, try to teach them through, try to understand them, and get through the baseball season.
Outfield this year, talk about who the players are, and as far as, getting guys with experience, getting some younger guys in there, and maybe a little tutelage with some of them.
Yeah, I mean, the outfield, we have Adam Kelly, We recently lost Anthony Ferrezza due to a wrist injury, but hopefully he can come back next year to play for us. Got Eric Juzwicki. I play outfield, and we got Muhammad Hussein. We got him out in center. With the new guys, we have a few outfielders. You know, trying to get them in a few games, try to give them the experience of conference play, and just give them the real baseball experience as a freshman.
Your impressions of Coach Shevchik and the entire coaching staff at Keystone?
They're a really nice group of people. You know, they love the game of baseball. They love being around the game of baseball. They want to play it every day, every single hour. You know, if the sun's out, we're out there no matter what the temperature is, no matter rain, shine, snow even. But yeah, they're a really great group of guys. They have a lot of experience around baseball, and they really know how to coach us.
How about the people back home? Talk about the people rooting you on, getting the games, watching you in the statistics box, and how well you're doing.
Yeah, all my family, they like to come down sometimes, watch the game. It's a 2.5 hour drive for them, but sometimes when they can't make it, they can watch it through a broadcast they have there. I have a lot of, my mom likes to share with her friends on Facebook the live feed that we have at the game, so I know we have a few family friends checking in and watching the games.
All right, Austin, we'll appreciate your time, and we wish you the best, and good luck.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Chris Panzarella joining us from Keystone College. And Chris, let's talk about the high school days and the experience you had there, and then heading over to Keystone.
High school days were pretty good. My team was pretty good, and we made a couple runs. My junior year, we went to the state tournament, to the Elite Eight. We lost to the the state champions that year. But we had a lot of good players come out of Hazleton. We had so far 3 draft picks. Another kid who might be getting drafted this year, Joey Barron, he goes to Lackawanna. And then out of high school, I went to Delaware State University, and then I went there for a year. I played there, and then my sophomore year, I transferred to Keystone. So
you got to talk to Joe last week, and
yeah.
Joe seems like he is doing well at Lackawanna, and he mentioned going to Penn State for him next year and join Biasi and keep that going. So let's talk a little bit about the shortstop position for you, being a great athlete, having good range, doing all those little things, and playing one of the most important positions on the field.
Yeah, I realized when I came to college I had to get a little bit more athletic and a little bit quicker, especially when the speed of the game speeds up. So I worked a lot on that, but I mean, it's just important to have a lot of good range so you get the balls, even if you can't make the out at first, but you're saving runs if a guy's on second, if you get to a ball in the hole or up the middle. So I mean, it comes in handy if you're a pretty good athlete.
You go from Dell State over to Keystone, but boy, I'm sure you see some tremendous talent at Keystone.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of, even some teams that we play could beat a lot of Division I teams, and just because it's Division I, Division III, I mean, you see some really good players and really good teams.
Let's talk about the older siblings and what they're all about.
My brother, he's an advisor, or he's a manager at a plant, Soterios, and my sister is a manager at Interstate Blood and Plasma.
All right, so they're doing some great stuff.
Yeah.
As far as the family getting out to see you, talk about the support you get there.
Yeah, being pretty close to home, they get to come to a lot of games, so it's pretty nice when they get to come. So that's pretty good.
And this team overall, getting to know guys, getting to get a feel for positions, and a lot of the guys saying, "Hey, coach will shake some things up," but there's just a lot of talent knocking on the door to get in that lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're pretty deep as a whole entire team. We have a lot of players. We have our center fielder right now. He was an infielder throughout the whole entire fall and throughout the first couple of games of the season. And now he's playing center field every day for us. And we got plenty of guys off the bench who could come in and play center field, so it's pretty tough. But I think once everybody gets their shot, they'll be all right.
Chris, well, thanks for telling us your story, and continued success here at Keystone.
Thank you.